Now coming over here, last class we
Actually,
discussed with
last
the
time
arrays,
we were discussing
right?
about the arrays
Now,
concept and
if you see, we have discussed about the array, and it's a one-dimensional array. So what
can
is
you please
one-dimensional array?
again explain this because yeah, revise this please little bit. Revise just.
Yes.
In one dimensional array, we store the value in contiguous memory location. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
Pawan,
unable
you
to
are
hear
audible.
anyone. Just give me a second. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you. Sure.
Can anyone please confirm, or can on the chat? Can you please anyone confirm like whether I'm audible? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Perfect.
Hello.
All right. So now coming over here in the last session, we discussed about the arrays. Okay. So now moving further, let's see. So now how you can store the arrays. If you want to store more than one value, yes, you can go ahead and you can go ahead with the array values, right? Now, Pavan, I hope you have done those assignments, right?
No,
You
actually,
have
I
to
have not
write a
done.
program where you can store
Yeah,
the odd
I
numbers
will
and
done,
even
and
numbers between
tomorrow
the
I will show
range,
you this. Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
hope you
Tomorrow
have
I will
done.
show you this. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, unable to hear you.
You cannot hear me. Huh? What is this? Hello. Hello.
Pavan,
Hello.
I'm sorry, I'm unable to hear you.
Hello. 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 Due to some time, I will
Hmm.
show you in the next class this.
Okay, no worries. Okay, now let's move on to the next thing.
Actually, Nida, can you this the theoretical concept I understand this array, but in the practical in the program, can you please explain again because there was some issue we were facing last time actually, if you remember. I don't know. Uh, can you please
Now,
get
I
me
will show you
understand again?
that. I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
show you
please.
that. What was the, what was the issue and how we resolved it, I'll tell you. Now, coming over here, when you go over this to the array demo, here we are going with the new scanner. Okay. Now, when coming to the new scanner, okay, scanner, why we use the scanner? If you want to get input from the user, we will be using the scanner object,
So
right?
in array class also we can use. I mean, this is just for class, scanner. While doing the mathematical calculation, we can use scanner. Correct? If I'm not
It is
wrong.
not that. See, whenever you want to get input from the user, even if
Okay.
you wanted to get any input like string value, what is your name? If you want to get an input from the user, yes, you can use scanner. So
Okay.
basically, the scanner object will get the input from the user of any type. Okay,
Okay.
you can see over here system in, which that refers to the input. When you say system out, that refers to the outstream, which means like which you are going to display.
Okay.
Okay. Now here we are using two kinds of two kinds of system dot in, we can say. First we are saying next int and then we are saying next line. Okay. So basically what your next int will do is it will it will accept the value as integer. Whatever the user is entering, it will accept as an integer. And once it is accept, it will give an extra space, I can say, or let's say like extra line. Okay, it will provide you an extra line also. So that is the reason what happens over here when we are saying scanner dot next line. that next new line is considered as one input for our first value. So that is the reason to avoid that. Okay, to avoid the leftover new line character, what we did this next scanner dot next line. You
Okay.
got it? Okay, so that is the thing. So let me show you an output by commenting this. When you run, can you see here, enter the size of the array. So though we said scanner dot int, okay, it will accept only the integer value. If not, it will throw an error. Can you see input mismatch
Yeah,
exception?
I understand that not a
Hmm.
problem. Scanner
Right.
doc, if we are using int, then we need to give int. If a string, then next string we need to put in that actually.
See,
That is
as soon
fine.
as yeah,
Hmm.
as soon as you said the number, right?
Hmm.
Once you enter the number, an extra new line will be considered for that. So once you say the extra new line, what happens? Automatically, that new line is considered as an input of your one of the value.
Yeah, understand that. But
Mm.
just I want to know in array also we can use this scanner concept
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this.
Here we have, I think here we have used the array only, right? I mean, for array only we have used the scanner. See now
Okay.
coming over here, we are asking the user to enter the size of the array,
Okay.
right? Now
Hmm.
once they enter the size of the array, so now you can see over here we are
Hmm.
going for the multiple, I mean based on the length, okay, value dot length,
See,
value is your array.
one
Mm.
second. You have to make me understand how to declare the array, how to initialize the array, how to access the array. This is the, I
Yeah,
think.
that is what we have said, right? This is declaration.
Okay, can you please explain one by one how where we are declaring, where we are
Okay,
initializing, where we
I
are
will
accessing
go with
in that way?
one more time I will go ahead, just a second.
If you will so just me that this is the output and this we are entering, that
I will
I
start
will
from the first.
today I will understand, then tomorrow maybe I will forget. But if you will tell me the concept one by one, that how to declare, how to initialize, how to access, then that I will remember for long. Yeah.
See, I think like we had the discussion also. See how
Yeah.
to declare. So your array will be declared in two
Hmm.
different ways. So right. So it was first thing is like basically array. If you say that if you say this brackets, that itself it's an array.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, when you say the square brackets, that itself it's an array. Now the problem is like in the Java, you explicitly want to tell the Java compiler that I'm using this data type. So
Hmm.
you have to mention the data type.
Yeah.
So you're going to store a sequence of elements in an array. So you have to mention the data type also in that way.
So
So that is
it's like data type, then that this sign, then after that array name, whatever values one, task one, array one, whatever we can give, it's like that. Correct? If I'm
exactly,
not.
exactly.
So in two ways we can declare like this. You are declaring na here. Either we will give
Mm,
this sign in middle or either at the
mm.
end.
Either you can see give this number after the data type or after the array name.
Okay, then again after this.
Mm. Now coming over here, you can initialize that. Okay, this is declaration, right?
Hmm.
Now coming to the initializing. Okay, you're going to initialize the value. Okay, so now coming over here, if you see, now let's create an array. Okay, I'm going to say string, let's say like student names. Okay, so this is how you can declare the array. Now you have to initiate the array. How you can initiate the array? So you have to say the element, I mean, how many elements you want. Okay, you can say new string, how many values you want. How many values you want. So now array itself, if you see, you have to go it in a fixed numbers only, right? Why we want to go with the fixed numbers? Because array elements will stored in the continuous memory location. So you have to say the Java compiler that, hey boss, I have 10 elements. So allocate me where you have the continuous space for 10 elements. So
Okay.
that's a reason here you have to say that. So this is for the Java. Now, if you say three elements or five elements, let's say I have to say five. which
Mm-hmm.
means what happened? The compiler will go to the memory where the continuous memory location for 5 elements is there. It will go and fix over there. Okay, so you have to see this. So this is declaration and this is initialization, assigning the value to the array variable. Okay, now how you can create a variable and assign a value. So the similar way in the one go also you can do. For example, if you say int num1 equal to 10. Similarly, what we did, int num2 equals to 15. So both the ways we declared, if you remember,
Mm-hmm.
right? The similarly, you can also declare the array. Similarly, you can declare the array. How you can declare, let's say like int, let's say they are marks. Okay, marks equal to new int 5. Okay, either way is fine. Is it clear? Is this clear?
Still, I'm not because there are three things: how to declare, how to initialize, and the second one is to initialize. The
See,
third one
now wait, let me tell you. Now here you are declaring the array. Okay,
in
declaring the
two
array in the
in two
sense
lines, huh?
this one, declaring the array, and you are initiating that I have 5 values. Okay, I
Hmm.
have 5 values, so allot a memory for that. Okay, now the next thing what you have to do is
No,
you have
no,
to initialize the element.
I'm
Coming
not
over
clear
here,
because one second. Here you take an string, again you take an int. So it's int marks you have taken in the third line. Here you are taking string student's name. So I'm not
see
able to
similar,
correlate it.
see
I'm not
coming
able
over
to.
here, wait. So
Mhm.
simple. Yeah, you don't get complicated. Now, if I want to add a variable, okay, let me say how we will declare
Let's
a variable.
let's suppose
Can we
five students marks or five students name we want to username or name
see?
students name whatever.
Now, this is a variable, a normal variable declaration and
Yes, yes,
initialization. Okay,
yes.
variable declaration and initialization, right?
Hmm.
Now, coming over here, the same thing you can write like this, right? Can you write like this? This one line, you are doing both declaration and initialization.
Hmm.
Now, in these 2 lines, first line is for declaration and second line is for initialization. You
That is
get with
fine.
this?
It is for simple that one. For array concept, in that case we have to
See,
store multiple
here you're
elements.
splitting, that's all. First, you're declaring the variable. Okay,
That
you're declaring the variable.
no, that is fine. This is just
Okay, and then
for
what you're doing, you are assigning the value to the variable.
this is
Assigning the value to the variable, that is what we call it as a initialization. Okay, that is what we call it as a initialization. Now, how you can change this to the array? String, square bracket, names, that's all. Okay, names equal to, you have to say new string, how many values you want to store in the array. That you have to say. This is declaration. This declaration you can give it in a 2 ways. String, string names, and names equal to new string of 3. You are providing a variable and then you are saying how many values you will be storing in the array. Okay, next, in a different line you are doing. You are just providing a variable name and then in that variable, in that array variable, you are saying that you will store three values. Now it is clear? Just compare this. Okay? You can compare this. This is the variable name and this is the value.
Yeah, I
This is
understand.
the variable name, this is the value. Similarly, this is the array name, and here we are saying the total number of array elements that we want.
Do we need to put new
So
here?
combining this is what
New is for
declaration.
one second. New is for what purpose? New we are putting here
Okay,
where we are creating the
declaration.
object.
Now
Here.
are you clear?
Can you hear me or not? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Now are you clear?
New we are putting new for what purpose here? Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. Okay,
Why we are putting new here? New word.
sorry, 1 second. Can you talk again?
Why we are putting new word here?
Because we are creating an array. We are creating an array. So that's the reason here we are saying new. New keyword is used to create an array object.
Okay, new keyword is used to create an object. Understand? Mhm. Okay, I understand now.
Clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hmm.
now, again, I'm letting you know, here we are declaring the array,
Hmm.
okay, with the names. Then
Hmm.
by providing this, we are saying that my array is going to have five elements. Okay. Now
Hmm.
this new keyword, as I said you, okay, new keyword, as I said you, it is going to, it's going to create an object. So when you're going to create an object, it is going to occupy the memory, right? So if you say 5, it is going to occupy 5 continuous memory locations.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So yeah.
this is declaration. Then after this,
Hmm. Now coming over here, this is declaration. Okay, sorry, 1 second. So this is declaration. And once you declare, you are telling the Java compiler that, see, I'm declaring the array, right? I want 5 elements. I want 5 elements to be stored in the array. So this new keyword, what it will do, this is used to allocate the memory for your object. Okay, allocate the memory for your object. So when you create an array, you are essentially creating a reference variable which points to the block. Now coming over here, I said you array will store the continuous memory location, right? So which
hmm.
means like here it won't refer to each and every number memory location. Instead, overall for overall 5, one one address will be there. Okay, one address will be there. That address will be pointed to your array name. So that is the reason we are having a new keyword over here. Clear?
Okay.
And now coming over here, when you say new, this ensures that the memory is dynamically allotted. Okay, dynamically allotted means where in the memory where five numbers can be stored continuously. Okay, one by one, where the 5 elements can be stored. So based on that, the memory will be allotted to the array. So for
Okay.
example, let's take a scenario. Okay, so now here 3 spaces are there, and here I have 10 spaces. Let's say, okay, and the next I have 5 spaces. Okay, so here I have 3 spaces. So here I have some values. I have a values. So one by one, if you see, I have it. Now I want to store 5 elements. So the compiler will check the memory where there is a space where I can store 5 elements together one by one. So now this space will be occupied. So this is suitable for my requirement. So here it will be occupied. And for this entire location, one address point will be provided. Clear?
Hmm.
Okay. So when you're going with the array, the memory will be dynamically stored or dynamically allotted, we can say. Clear?
Okay. Yeah. Can please go
Huh.
ahead. See, this is one step only declaring, then initializing and accessing. Can you explain that also?
Now I will do that. Now suppose if you feel like, okay, if you feel like this is so confusing,
No, no, this
you
is
want to,
not confusing. It's okay. You remove this 12 and 30 line. I don't need this actually. Remove this. This is not confusing. It's okay. Now go to the next step, please.
okay, all right. Now coming over here, you can go ahead and initialize the value. Okay, you can go ahead and initialize the value. So how you can say each and every element in the array or I mean each and every element in the array are addressed with their index number. Okay, each and every element. So for example, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are my array elements. And each and every elements in the array are addressed with their index values. And the
Zero, one, two,
index
three, four.
values 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Hmm.
Now you want to store elements in the array. So how will you do that? You have to say names of 0. Okay, names of 0 equal to John. Names of 1 equal to Peter.
So it's like key value. Key is this and value is John, Peter, all these.
Exactly,
Hmm.
like this. Now you can print, okay? You can print the array. How you can print? You can go ahead and then you can say arrays dot toString and then you can say names.
No, 1 second, Nitaji, 1 second.
Yeah, yeah,
Can
sure.
you hear me? This is you are
Okay.
printing, but where we you declared first, then after where is the initialization and accessing the
This is
array?
the initialization.
This is initialization, okay. Then
Array
where is
name, an index, and the value.
and where is the in accessing the elements? This is just initialization. There will be third step also, na?
See, coming
Some
over here,
logic, once again, some logic will be there. Where will be the logic? What logic you will apply? This is just initialization. What logic
okay,
you will apply?
you will be using the for loop to access your array elements. And you know the for loop, right?
Hmm.
You know the syntax for the for
Less
loop.
than I is less than equal to
Names dot
names.
length.
Sorry.
So you're going to take the length of your array. Okay, you're going to take the length of your array. You're going to take the length of your array, and then you can say I plus plus. And here you have to say this, names dot sorry, names of I. So this is used for accessing the elements in the array.
So length is the index value or what? Total length is what? Names dot length is that one.
Mhm.
Names is I understand this is key. Key dot this length is the total string count the in the name what or the location like 0, 1, 2, 3.
That's one.
Hmm. Oh,
The
no, no,
total
that is fine. In theoretically, everything fine. But what is this exactly the length? It is the total string in that name, or what is the location
total
of that
element,
location?
or let's say like total number of elements in the array.
This is the length.
Uh, So total number of elements in the array, that is what we call it like a length.
So in the zone, how many elements? Four elements, correct?
Five elements.
Five total, five
What's the
elements.
size
Okay,
of your array?
total five elements. I
What is the
understand.
size
So
of your, that is what your length.
yeah, yeah, understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
All right. What is the size of your length? That is what your length.
okay,
Now
so
here,
it's like how many value I want to store, five, six, whatever I have declared in the start. So if suppose that is blank, there is nothing, then how the things will happen after that? Let's suppose it's a blank, there is nothing in place of five. That five you have written, na five value you want to store. Okay,
so if
but
I'm not storing the rest of the value, initially what will happen? What is the default value for string? That will be allotted to your rest of the
null.
position.
Yeah,
Can you see? John, Peter, Mary. For the rest of the positions, you can see null, null. So
yeah.
0, 1, 2, 4, 3, and 4. For 0, 1, 2 only we have provided. For 3 and 4, you can see the default value of string is allotted over here. Null, null. Okay, the total number of elements in the array is 5. And now this
But
array dot to strings is used, suppose like if you wanted to, here with the help of the for loop, you are printing the elements of the array in the line one by one.
hmm.
You're printing the elements of the array one by one. But if you don't want to print it one by one, you want it in the same line itself. In that case, you can go ahead with arrays dot to string and names. Names
So
is the
so in that either we can use this one, either this one. So in that case, if we are using the last later one, in that case we don't need to do all these things. Int I is equal to zero, I is the less than,
no,
or it's
we don't want
required.
to do it.
Can you
We
just
don't want
comment,
to do.
please? Can you please comment that part? Later you declared. Yeah. No, not to comment. I mean, one second. What I want to know. There are two ways. First way is that three lines 20, 21, 22, and the second way is 26 line. Is it correct? I am correct or not?
See, if you want to access the individual elements, okay, if you want to access the individual elements one by one in the array, then you can go ahead. Okay. Mm, 1 second. If you want to access
Yes.
the elements individually in the array, you can go ahead with the for loop. Okay.
Hmm.
Suppose if you want to access in one go, if you want to do it, then you can go ahead with the arrays class.
So you mean array method? We can directly use this method or class, whatever it is, and no need to write for loop or anything in that case.
No, if you want to go it in a one go, yes, you can use the arrays class. Suppose if
This
you
is
want to go one by one, then you have to make use of the for loop. Now, if you see over here, let me say if names of I dot, okay, I'm going to say, let me say like, or let's say like names of I equal to, or let's say like equals. If I say Mary, okay, then I'm going to say, so why I'm using this is like, I want to do some calculations on the array elements individually based on the condition. Okay, I want to, I want to modify, or I want to do some calculations on the array elements individually based on the condition. So for that, we will be using the for loop to access.
okay. That's fine. I have one. Question. This int I is equal to 0 we are putting, instead of using this I we can use int num. Num is also possible. Name NAM only. Simple, or it's not required. I,
Do one thing.
I don't know.
Do one thing. Share your screen, open your Eclipse, start writing. I will correct you. Okay. Until unless you do, you won't. I mean, you won't be comfortable with the arrays. So yes, let's go ahead. Take this to program only. Start sharing your screen. We will resolve it now itself. Okay.
No,
So I
I
want to
will write.
understand.
No, 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 I understand. I just want to know 1 second. Can you go to that program, please?
No, no. I want to understand where you are. So based on that, I can proceed. So
No,
I
no, no.
just
See, I just want to know the basic thing in this actually. I don't want, I mean, just like we are putting int I is equal to 0, can we put here some other thing also? It's
some
possible.
other thing means where you want to put it.
This loop we are creating, na? Here,
Hmm.
n- this names dot length. Then we are doing system out print names I.
Hmm.
If we have directly already something at zero location zone is there, then why we are using I here?
The I represents the
One
index
second,
value.
1 second. We have something definite like 5 value we want to store, and we have all the key and value we have. Then I we are okay. I understand. I we are declaring like for loop. We are taking more than one value, so we are declaring for loop. Then names dot length, it's like 5 element. So I is less than 5 till the time, correct? Then
Yes.
I plus
So
plus.
here you're going to iterate the element of the array with the help of the index value.
No, no, this is fine. I for loop we are putting this. I know, but I just want to know whether we are I is equal to 0. We are counting the index or first value. Why we are
See from
taking
where
that?
you want to see. Is this just a starting value? Okay, this is just a starting value. So suppose for example, if you say the starting value as 3, then 0, 1, 2 will be ignored. Okay, 0, 1, 2 will be ignored. Where you have given, from there only it will get start.
So it's index, correct?
Mm. Yes.
It it's a index starting from 0, so it's index. Okay, okay, understand.
It is not like from where you want to start. If you want to start from the 2, yes, it will start from the 2. Can you see? Mary, null, null. If you say 0, then it will start from the 0 index position. That's it. Is it clear?
Okay, yeah, understand. Yeah.
Now, you have the alternative way of initializing the array elements. Okay, you are having the alternative way also to initialize the array elements. How? Let's say like int. Okay, I'm going to say numbers. Okay, or let me say marks
One
equal to,
second, 1 second again. Sorry for interruption.
yeah,
uh, like we have declared I is equal to 2. Can you go again on that for loop? Can you just? I want to make little experiment there. I is equal to 2 in this
this
for
one.
loop. 2. Can you put 2? Then
Yeah,
what is this? I is less than names dot length. It is again the
5
third
only.
position. Third or what?
This is names dot length will be 5 only.
This will be fixed in every.
Fixed only. There is
Yeah,
no
yeah,
change at all.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
names
Understand.
dot length will be 5 only in all the cases.
Yeah, understand. Okay, okay.
Hmm?
Thanks.
Okay,
Yeah,
suppose if you say 4 here, then names dot length will be
yeah,
4.
understand. Yeah, whatever we are declaring, it will be the fix. Yeah,
Perfect.
understand. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, then coming over here to the next. Okay, coming over to the next, let's say, okay, the another way of declaration and initialization in the same line. Okay, declaration plus initialization
For array or for other? I would
of
just
an
want to
array
for.
only,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
an
yeah.
array. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
together you're going to do without splittage.
Yeah.
Int marks
No,
equal to,
take the same thing. Take the same thing, na, that you told about strings.
wait,
All this.
if I do, it will throw me an error because I can't use the names, right?
Okay, okay, okay. No issue, no issue.
Okay. All right. One second. I'm just
No,
getting.
for string you cannot do a declaration and initialization in the same way.
You
So
can do. You can do. You can
mm,
do. I have to say like this: names one equal to. So automatically, okay, automatically what will happen, okay, so your array will be consider these three elements and the size of the array will be 3.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, is that is clear?
yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just give me a minute, 1 minute. Okay, now coming over here. Okay, so this is the thing. Now you don't want to explicitly mention the number. Automatically with the count of your values, okay, count of the elements, the array will consider that three elements are there. So three elements, three storage will be allotted. Okay. Now if you say this, let's say, I am just going to say names one over here. So when I say names one, it will go ahead with this particular array. So now in the place of, okay, in the place of this, you can say banana, apple, and mango, right?
Mm. What about other two places?
Because see, here I'm not mentioning any value, right? See, that is what you
Yeah.
don't get confused. That's the reason I
No,
said
no,
I will
no,
go with the
no,
other
no.
name.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I understand. But in the first, the execution is happening only for this or for both? Oh, you are doing for names one only. Yeah, understand.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
In the for
name
loop.
one. Okay, so
Yeah.
now let's go with a different scenario. Okay, now the scenario is clear to you.
Yeah, this is clear now. Because
I
from the
will
small, small thing, the big things will be cleared actually. Now I have a clear, I mean, clarity in this. It's
okay,
clear for me. Yeah, yeah.
okay. This is clear.
Yeah, yeah.
Now let me give you one scenario over here. Okay, with the student uh, demo. Let's say. Now coming over to the student, let's have some correspondence. Okay, so like I'm using the names only. Let's say like student names equal to, okay, I'm just going to say over here student names. Let me say uh, John, Peter, okay, Peter, Roy, okay, Peter, can you give me any other names? Okay, now coming over
Bob,
here to
Bob,
this,
Ali, any name
uh,
you can take.
Bob, let's say Alice, okay, okay, now I'm going with int marks, okay, marks. Now let me say 90, let me say 89, 85, 65, 75, and 35. Okay, can you see this? Now, the scenario over here is we have two arrays which is of student. Okay, we have two arrays which is of student, right? Now coming over here, 5 name and 5 marks. Now these two arrays are one-to-one correspondence. Okay, one-to-one correspondence. So one-to-one correspondence means what? The first element of names, okay? The first element of the names will be mapped with the first element of the marks. Okay, that is what the correspondence we will say. Okay, that is what the correspondence we will say. Okay, one-to-one correspondence. One-to-one
Yeah,
correspondence means the first element will be mapped. Okay,
yeah,
so which means
yeah.
John 99, Peter 85, Roy 65, Bob 75, Alice 35. Now, when you can say one-to-one correspondence, the important point to be noted, then only you can say that this is one-to-one correspondence.
This is
Okay, when you say
multi-dimensional array or single?
a single dimensional array only, I want to make you
Okay,
comfortable with the single dimension before I go ahead with the double
okay,
multi-dimension. Okay, now
okay.
the important point to be noted over here for the one-to-one correspondence is like when you are having two arrays and you are saying that as one-to-one correspondence, both the arrays should be of same length. Okay, should be of same length. Got it? Okay, so now if I say here my student name has 5 elements, and if I say marks array has 4 elements, then there I can't say one-to-one correspondence because the length of the arrays are mismatching, right? Length of
So
the arrays are mismatching.
one of the student mark will print nil. In
Nil.
this case,
How comes nil? Because here declaration is declaration and initialization are happen in the same line. Can you see here?
yeah.
Okay, so in that case, it won't be considered as a one-to-one correspondence. So whenever you go ahead with a one-to-one correspondence, the point to be noted is that both the arrays should be in the same length. Then only we can say that is one-to-one correspondence. Now, why I am bringing here is like some scenarios, let's say like you're going to do a command line program for a shopping e-commerce application, let's say through the command line. Remember the calculator one which you did? Similarly,
Yeah,
you want now you will be having a product name. So let me say like string product name. Okay, let's say like any product, let's say like pen. Okay, then you can say pencil, then you can say notebook. Okay, and then you can say like a file. Okay, like this is there. Now this is the product. Now the price of this products are available in the another array, that is integer. So I'm going to say the price of the pen is 20 rupees, pencil 10 rupees, notebook 50 rupees, and files 100 rupees. Now you are having a customer over here. Okay, so you're having a customer over here. So you're going to say customer to, you're going to greet the customer now. So you're going to say like enter, you just first say like hi, welcome to the, let's say like, okay, PK is stationary. Okay, then you're going to say, or let's say like, you can say like enter your name. You can say enter your name as a first one. Now you want to wait the user to enter the name. So you're going to say new, okay? You want to say new
scanner.
scanner
Next int. Next int.
system dot in. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the user will enter the input, right? So we are going to consider as the username over here. And then here, what do you want to say? Here, what do you wanted to say? Next line, right? So how comes the next line? You have to say the object of your scanner class and the
But
next
next.
line. Why we are using next line? Why we are using the next line? Because we are assigning a data type as string,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? Now, once you said this, so here you are going to say hi. Now let's say like plus user name plus this one, like this. Hi, username, welcome to the PK Stationery. Now, you're going to say here, below products are available. Okay, below products are available. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to display the products. Okay, you're going to display the products. To display the product, what you're going to do, you're going to say for, okay, int I equal to. I want to start from the beginning only, right? So I'm just going to say 0. Okay, I less than, okay, I less than, I'm going to say the product name dot length.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to
Yeah.
say I plus plus. Then I'm going to display the name. Okay, I'm going to display the name. So here, what I'm going to do is, let's say like product name of I. Okay, product name of I. Now let's see the output, how it comes. Okay, now coming over here, let's run this. Okay, one second. Let me check this. Run as Java. Enter your name. Okay, I am Nidha. Hi Nidha, welcome to the PK Stationery. Below are the below products are available. Pen, pencil, notebook, files. Okay. Now I wanted to say that, I wanted to tell that enter the product that you wanted. Okay. Enter, let's say like enter the product that you wish to purchase. Okay, now the user going to say pen or pencil or notebook. You want to get the input, right? So now let's say like string, okay, string p name. That is like the product name which they wanted to purchase. Okay, so now let's say like scanner dot next line. Now you want to say the customer the price. Okay, you want to say the customer the price. Price of what? Price of
Price of
what? Price
product.
of the product, what the user is buying, right?
Hmm.
Yes. So now let's say like,
System out dot println I
so the price of
the
the
price of the product
selected product
the product
is, okay, now you wanted to say the price. Okay, so here I'm going to say the price, but the price, let's say like, let's say like P price, that is like the product price, let's say. Now this product price, we didn't declare it because we want to fetch it out, right? Int P price. Now, as of now, this is 0 now. Okay, instead of 0. So suppose if it's say like, I'm entering the product, okay? I'm entering the product. So now I say pencil. Now coming over here, if I say, enter the name, I'm saying Nida, and I'm going to enter pen. So coming over here, the price of the selected product is 0. But what actually I have to say, what actually I have to display? I have to display
20.
20, right? So
Hmm.
I want to bring the 120 correspondence. How? But I have access, I'm just accessing only the product name string.
Again, so you have to do in the same way for price also.
That we don't want to do
Keep
it. But if I display over here 20, how I'm going to fetch it out? That one thing is there, right? So what you can do is you can find the index. Okay, you can find the index of the element. Okay, you can find the element of, you can find the index of the element that user wants to purchase. How you do that? Yes. Again, this for loop. I'm going to make use of it. Now, instead of printing, I'm just going to compare. If I'm going to compare, if product name dot I is string, so I'm just going to use equals. Equals. I'm going to compare the string value. So when you're going to compare the string value, you want to make use of an equals method. Equals method and the user what they are purchasing. If that is okay, if that is equal, then what I want to do, I want to update the price. Okay, I want to update the price amount to the index value. For example, let's say like I that refers the index, right? For example, I equal to 0. I points the 0 and product name of I means it refers to the 0 index, which means pen, right? So 0 is the place where pen is pointing now. Am I right?
Yeah.
If I say 0, what is the value that I can take it on the price?
0 means 20 you can take.
So here with the index, we can access both the elements from the both the array.
Yeah.
Now, what is the condition that we followed?
But here you have 4, 4. Okay, okay.
Size. Here the size should be same if you want to manage, if you want to bring the correspondence. So if the product name I is equals to the name which the user is purchasing, okay, then you can go ahead with the index and you can say, so now P price is equal to price of I. So now what happened? I is 0. So what is the 0? 20. So
20.
now 20 is assigned to this variable, right?
Yeah,
Is it clear?
yeah,
Now can
yeah.
we see whether it is 20 is coming or what? Now let's say the, and I want to say pen. Can you see the price of the selected product is 20? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say like, okay, I'm
So
going to
in
say,
this case, if you are doing this compare via index, in that case, both should be the same 4, 4. Like
exactly. Yes.
if one is 5, then in that case it will not work.
It won't work. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's say, do you want to purchase? Okay. Now let's say like, so I'm saying how many items that you wanted to purchase, the quantity, right? Quantity we wanted, right? So that we can generate the bill. So int quantity equal to, okay, int quantity equal to scanner dot next int. Now here, what we are going to say next int, okay? So the final bill or payment to be done, let's say payment to be done. Okay, payment to be done is, okay, let's say, payment to be done is, okay, we can say like, total price. Now let's say int total price is equal to quantity into p price. Right? If I say 4, now 4 into 20, I need 20, 4 into 20, 80. So the total price will be 80, right? So
Yeah.
let's enter the name. Okay. I wanted to purchase pen. How many pens do you want to purchase? I want 4 pen. Payment to be done is 80.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
this clear?
Yeah. Yeah. Clear. Yeah.
Now I want you to enhance this problem as an assignment.
Yeah.
What is
Sure.
it?
Sure.
I'll tell you. Here I'm doing for only one time purchase.
Hmm.
Okay, payment to be done. But before to the payment, I want you to ask the user that do you want to purchase any other product? If the user says yes, again you want to display from the below products are available. Enter the product.
So
Now what do you want to do?
you mean I should write it for more than one time? It should take the inputs, correct? You, you
Exactly.
you
Yes.
give in one time, and I So in that case, I need to declare boolean or something in the starting, na continue or something. That
Ah,
I will do. Not a problem.
exactly.
Yeah,
The while loop you want to use
yeah,
until the
yeah.
user say yes, you have to keep on looping. So when you say when they say like the quantity what they want, you have to multiply and you want to store it in a variable. Okay?
Yeah,
You can
understand. I have to do it for more than one times, correct? Okay.
exactly. So you can do that. Okay?
Yes. Sure,
So
sure.
that's it. Okay? So we will stop over here. Okay? So tomorrow we will go ahead with the two dimension. I'll give
Yeah, yeah.
both the files, whatever we have discussed today on the chat. You can take it. Okay, on the student demo, once again, on the student demo, we have discussed about this stationery product, right? So what I do, I'll change the name and I will give you. Just give me a second. What I do is I'll do like this. Okay, I'll take off. I'll take this. Okay, I'll give
No,
this one as an example,
it's okay.
so
Let
that
it.
there will be a okay stationery example. Okay, now I
You
can go
need
ahead and you
to
can say rename. That's it.
rename the class.
So you can see the product name, one-to-one correspondence explanation, and you have the related messages over here.
Can you
Okay.
please drop this file again?
Yeah, I'm sharing it one more time. Take the new one. Okay, don't take the previous one. You take the one which I'm sending it to you right away. Okay, right now.
Okay,
Okay. So now you have to enhance the stationery example class by letting the user to purchase more than one item.
sure.
Okay. All right. Is that
Yeah,
is clear?
what? Yeah, clear. What
Yeah.
about the multi-dimensional?
Tomorrow we will do it. Okay, we are
Tomorrow.
almost at
Okay,
7:05, right? So
okay.
first, make yourself comfortable with the one dimensional, then we will go ahead with the two dimensions. I mean, all right.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, so then bye. We'll connect you tomorrow.
Just regarding, see, I talked with Jayant regarding on for the weekends classes also. So I think he will discuss with you regarding that
Yeah, yeah,
point.
sure. I'll definitely I'll address that. Okay, don't
Yeah.
worry. Thank you.
Thank you.